Why are you standing up? You don't have to sit if you don't want to sit, but you make me nervous. Hi, welcome to Half Messy Love, where I get to share with you stories of my love life. Today I'm going to be talking about habits and how I discovered where one of my husband's habits came from. Even though I thought it was a bad habit, it wasn't. So ever since I was born, everyone in my family had a scent. There was that Cuban perfume or cologne that my grandmother would put on me, and till this day my dad wears Fahrenheit, which is a super popular cologne. My sister loves Cool Water or Ralph Lauren, and my mom loves Chanel or Elizabeth Arden, and I loved J'adore. So when I started dating my husband, I realized he didn't have a smell. Now, I know that's kind of weird, but I was used to smells. So here I am dating this guy, super cute, but the one thing I didn't like was that he didn't smell of anything. It doesn't mean he smelled bad. It just means he didn't smell like anything. You know, kind of like when you're cuddling at night and you're like, man, I'm thinking about him, and no, I don't smell anything. No, nothing. I know it's not a big deal to most, but for me, it was. So we went on through the years dating, and he maybe had one bottle of Curve that would collect dust. And then when we would go out, I would say, hey, do you want to maybe just put on some Curve? And he would do it. He goes, oh, okay. And he puts it on. I was like, yay, win. But it really bothered me, and it baffled me why he wouldn't have a scent. We lived in Miami where everyone has a strong scent or a mild scent. And he didn't have a scent. So finally we get married and we're on our honeymoon cruise. On our cruise, they have all those stores there, and one of those stores was a cologne and perfume shop. So while we were walking by, I was like, oh, you want to go in there? I want to get a bottle of perfume. And he said, sure. So he bought me my J'adore, and I said, hey, can we buy you a cologne? And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yes, this is it. So we smell the different ones, and he's kind of like, that's okay. That smells okay. And he wasn't exciting. I was excited, but he wasn't. So we finally bought the bottle, and we go to dinner. And I was excited about it, and he wasn't. And it was just bothering me. And the time had come. And I said, honey, can I just ask you a question? And he goes, yeah. Why don't you wear cologne? Don't you want to have a scent? Don't you want to smell good or something? And that scent is you, your signature? And he kind of rolled his eye and was like, I mean, it's not a big deal to me. I just don't think about it that way. It's not a habit that I have because my mom is allergic to colognes and perfume. And I sat there and I said, oh, so now I'm thinking in my mind, when I bought my mother-in-law that bottle of perfume and she just was like, and she never wore it, that makes sense now. Oh, it really was so sad when she didn't wear that perfume. I thought she hated me. At that table on our honeymoon, I realized that my husband's habit of not wanting a scent or putting on cologne before he walks out is not necessarily a bad habit. It was just a habit he picked up from his home. In his house, no one wore cologne or perfume because his mother was allergic to it. And in my house, everyone smelled like a walking perfume or cologne. Okay, that's okay. So now our life is easier because when we're about to head out and I see he hasn't put on cologne, I just say, hey babe, can you put some cologne on, before we go out? And he goes, sure babe, I'll do that. I appreciate that so much. Even though that bottle is still 75% filled till this day, and we've been married for 8 years, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I now know where his habit comes from, and I just need to ask him to do that for me. I ask him now, why do you have that habit? It makes our life easier, and it helps me to understand him. And now he knows that he could ask me a question about my habit. Like when I want everything clean at the end of the night, I don't care what time it is. He's annoyed that I want everything clean, but it's a habit. Because in my house, everything was put back to order before we went to bed. So that's my habit. From my half messy life to yours, I hope you find out where your loved one's habits come from. It makes life easier. J'adore. J'adore. Did I say it right? J'adore. Okay.